Hello guys, welcome back to our fourth try of round one. Still trying to get that 200 points that we wanted, but this time we have got qualifying right. We have done a 51.4. I think it was a 51.4, might have been a 51.5. However, that is what we can do, and it is started as qualified as in 4th position. We are after a top 8. If we can get a top 8 in this race, we do not have to go again in the last chance saloon. I'll bounce outside. Sorry about the scroll through all of the cameras. I'll keep my eye on it from the outside because pretty early on we realised that the cars behind had lost the slip. If we could just cling on to those two in front of us. Apparently the guy out front as well, Robbie Heck, apparently we were told that he's like a world champion in it or something from America. So it looks like he's just going to run away with it, and we're struggling just to hang on to 2nd or 3rd place. Still possibly getting a wee bit of slipstream, and 3rd place threatens to throw a nose. I thought to myself whenever I seen him pulling out, why? Don't do it. If you start battling with him now, it could end up a big bunch for a top 10 rather than how we're sitting now. You see, we kind of find ourselves in a beautiful wee bit of space where we can be nice and patient, have a bit of a coast, before applying the brakes, hitting all those wee granny braking areas and being extremely careful not to pick up any penalties whatsoever that could threaten to throw us down into a different battle altogether. Some beautiful views on this game right again. The only reason you know it's a computer game is because it looks better than real life. We also were over the moon in this race as Rory, aka Arius, turned up in the same race as us. It got me all excited in the live stream. Feel free to catch it all in the live streams rather than have my chilled out kind of waffle over the top of it. We seem to flow a lot better when we don't have to actually think about talking. When we're thinking about driving, the waffle just kind of flows a wee bit better. But we're very excited to see Rory, and also basically was in the house straight away. As soon as we entered the room, we were like, oh my goodness, let's not make a fool of ourselves on any of these guys' streams. We don't want a new video being released. Is this the dirtiest guy in Gran Turismo? It's Scotty, the new Momos. We didn't want anything like that, although we would have absolutely loved some side-by-side action with any of those guys, because no doubt we would have been yelling on the live stream, hello, it's me, Scotty Senior. Just wanted to say a big hello. I love your videos and your channels were liked and subscribed. And you see, we're having to do a wee bit of waffle because this was not an exciting race as some of the others. There was pressure on it. We were always having to keep an eye on him in the background, and we were counting the laps down until lap 12. If we were able to not get into any kind of race, if we could hold these guys off until we had to come into the pits, then it was looking good for us. It was a wee bit scary when we looked behind at about this stage of the race, because there was 4 of them there threatening to get into the slipstream. And again, we're not trying to nail anything at all. The pressure is on him. Particularly him directly behind us, he is having to nail his braking areas and nail his apexes because he's trying to get into our slipstream. If he does nail 2 or 3 of them in a row, he will be in the slipstream whilst we're driving nice and safe. But the threat of a wee wheel being dropped on the grass here or there, or a wee apex missed, means that he's the one under pressure whilst we're calmly chilling out here and looking after the tyres, making sure there's nothing picked up silly. And we are indeed staying a wee bit ahead. Let's jump out and go for a small skip as they continue to threaten to get up into that slipstream, although this guy decides he wanted to make a move, I think, so they start playing with each other, which opens up the gap and gives us another half a second extra breathing space and another couple of laps, hopefully not involved with them, which could cause penalties or incidents or anything. Again, they want another side to side, and I think that just allowed us to drop that slipstream again, or perhaps they're right on the fringe of the slipstream, but it certainly stopped us having to worry about them on the way into this here braking zone. Onwards with the skip until some action is going to go down. He is getting close now, so we'll stay with it. And you see, we take a lift, invite him to come back out. We don't want any side by side. He was going to get a nose. He was going to force us side by side, and he was going to pass us. It was only bad things could happen to us there. So the best way to go is to let him hit the fast line, lift off, and we now have his slipstream to somehow try and protect us a wee bit from this guy. But this guy is also on our ass, and it's Mr. Baxter again. So we did have a bit of trust in him at the moment, and I think you'll see we're holding him up. We decided to repay that favour for his nice driving. We wanted him to get a run. He's flashing us again, letting us know, hit your own line. Good communication. Although we're now out of the slipstream, and we are always slower with pressure on the ass area. You can see there we gave a small flash of the indicator, I believe, as he's flashing us there. We were keeping an eye on the radar, and we noticed that he had slightly better drive than us. It was the perfect opportunity to flash that indicator and let him know to take that inside, and we'll hand that shit over and filter back in immediately behind him with virtually no time lost at all. And now we'll have his slipstream to give us a wee bit of extra speed and protection. Now he gives us a flash of the hazards, and we'll flash him back in acknowledgement. Again, starting to struggle a bit more with the tyres here, and again we give this guy the racing line and the slipstream. He's hopefully still in that slipstream, and we have found ourselves that space that we're always talking about on the track, with no pressure on the ass area. Pressure on the ass area cannot be good for anyone in these kind of races. For myself, too much pressure for me, and we will have an underpant department incident. This is our pitting lap. The last thing we want whenever we're about to come into the pits is a silly penalty or a silly side by side action. And in will come a very patient drive for us at the moment, as Rory shows himself in the top 8 for a wee second there. Let's skip through the pits. The team doing an absolutely fantastic job here at round one. Oh, I'm looking out of the pits and him behind us has dropped himself a wheel. Let's watch the exit out of the pits. Where has it went wrong? Oh, he's just dropped it and he has not collected it. Oh dear, that's gotta hurt, sir. I feel your pain, I feel your pain. Top 10 at the moment for us. And hopefully, oh, I remember that. I thought to myself, honestly, sir, do you really want it? You've just seen me coming out of the pits. We're on fresh, soft tyres. And we thought to yourselves, we'll have to stay in front of him. We had no idea if he was on worn tyres, medium tyres, but what really wanted to stay in front of him. It turned out he did have the pace here for a couple of laps before he started to drop off from us. Back outside the car, onwards with another couple of skips. You can see he did hang with us in the slipstream for a couple of laps. He had me thinking at this particular stage. He had me thinking, you have more speed than me, would you like a wee land of this? And we'll take it back off you at the end. We were waiting on him getting a run on us. Luckily, he decided against that wee bit of side-by-side action there. If he had followed us into that corner and got a nice run out of that corner, we were about to hand it over, but he threatened to throw it up the inside there and dropped off just that extra couple of tenths from us. His tyre wear must have started kicking in, or he's missed another couple of apexes, because it does start to open up now for us as well. Skip on. He's just out of the slipstream, and it's a bit easier for us, perhaps looking after our tyres slightly better than him. Onwards with the skip, because I do believe that is all she's wrote in this one. We ended up 216 points, so we have indeed managed to score the 200 points that we want in each one of these rounds. That would do. Hoping to take it a bit more serious, as this could be the last one, so hopefully I'll be able to enter as many as we can. Not sure who made this library. We've stole this library just by going and looking at it. We didn't have our own sexy library for this race, and we've seen this one, we thought, oh, that's a beautiful library. We thought, yep, we'll love our green and green. Any colour through on black is pretty good. It's hard to beat black as well, but we thought it was a beautiful looking library. And around we came to start the last lap. We were already waffling a couple of laps before this, thinking to yourselves, if we throw this away now, we don't deserve to play the game. And let's see, did we remember the fans? Of course, you already seen it. You just seen me going into the wall. We remember the fans that day, and someone got to go home with a piece of a race car. Thank you, lads. Round one accomplished, mission complete. On to the next one. Bye.